आ रहा है प्रिपेयरिंग योर स्लाइड्स में चला गया okay great okay great thank you everyone for joining today. My name is Savita Sinha. I'm a practicing lawyer, both civil and corporate law. My company is called Hapros Law Service. Hapros standing for Happiness Prosperity. So I believe that law is an instrument, it's a tool to bring happiness and prosperity at the doorsteps of people. And that's how I work. I am also a relationship with in-laws expert. And I'm an author of a book. It's called Rising in Love with Your In-Laws. And as part of my expertise as a relationship with the in-laws coach, I am privileged to handle and solved many matrimonial disputes. Thank you so much, WeWomen and Karishala Foundation, for the wonderful work you are doing and the opportunities that you give us to showcase our talent so that we all could grow. Thank you so much. Today, as you can see, the topic is a social media influencer agreement I have worked on because it's reaching in a big way. There are many people who are now sending agreements for finalization, and there are many complexities which complications जो कि अकर कर रहे हैं इसमें तो चूंकि टाइम कम है बट आई हैव रेस्ट्रिक्टेड इट टू द वेरी कंप्लीटली लॉ से रिलेटेड है क्योंकि बाकी चीजें आपको शायद गूगल पे भी मिल जाएं बट ये लॉ रिलेटेड आई थिंक आई एम द बेस्ट पर्सन टू कन्वे टू एक्सप्लेन दैट्स व्हाई आई हैव चोजन सो आई विल स्टार्ट विद द so let's see who is an influencer. Okay? A person who is an influencer or affects the purchaser's decision of purchasing a product or service. And someone who has established credibility in a specific industry, has access to a huge audience, and can persuade others to act based on their recommendation. So definitely it applies to people who are having massive followers. And if they go on to take this as a career, then they should undertake an influencer agreement to safeguard their rights. Next is, there are 3 provisions that I will be covering. Okay. The first is Consumer Protection Act. In the very recent Consumer Protection Act, see, ये बताता है हमें कि ये जो इंडस्ट्री है कितनी फास्ट बढ़ी क्योंकि पहले 1986 था कंज्यूमर प्रोटेक्शन एक्ट उसके बाद अब 2019 में अमेंडेड आया है जिसमें कि मिसलीडिंग एडवर्टाइजमेंट्स को फोकस करके ये बताया गया है. This has come effect on August 9, 2019, which is just 3 years back. And it says that misleading advertisements and endorsement by celebrities, that also includes influencers. So influencers are included in celebrities. And if an influencer has, it is specifically written that suppose you are an influencer and you have not written that it is a paid promotion and then intentionally lying about the product that it is good when it is not, followers can sue the influencer for misleading advertisement for up to rupees 10 lakhs and repeat offenders can be fined up to rupees 50 lakhs. So please be aware whenever you are signing a social media influencer agreement that you are following this law. So that's how it's the first legislation that emphasizes on targeted advertising, which I think is the focus of a social media influencer, and market campaigns through influencers. As it said, as Ministry of Consumer Affairs has repeatedly felt that advertisements by celebrities and influential person can take a negative turn. They can harm the consumers. And there have been instances where advertisements may have become misleading while it making attractive for the consumers. I think that's why this 99.9% germs mare wale ads are also included in this. So you'll always see those star marked that they are subject to laboratory testings and all. So they are all legal compliances. So whenever we enter into a सोशल मीडिया इन्फ्लुएंसर एग्रीमेंट, हमें अपने हिसाब से ये चीज क्लियर रखना चाहिए एग्रीमेंट में. ऑल राइट, नो मैटर व्हाट द कंपनी इज सेइंग. As I have written on the first page itself, because this presentation is not for legal purpose as such, it is only for creating awareness. And in view of that context also, I am saying that keep this law in mind, Consumer Protection Act, this particular law. Then recently, in 2022, ye guidelines, these were draft guidelines for a very long time. Now they have been notified by the ministry. Guidelines on prevention of misleading advertisement and endorsement for misleading advertisement. So here it says CCPA may charge the penalty of 10 lakh or 50 lakh for repeat violation, as I said. They are aimed to keep a watch on all kinds of endorsement and endorsers, irrespective of the medium. So social media will be covered under this. With the influencer industry growing, a lot of micro influencers have been advertising for personal reasons, for self growth and money, ignoring the interest of the purchasing public. And that is why CCPA is now conducting itself as a watchdog on these kind of advertisements. And that is why, to keep a tab, it has made mandatory to to conduct a due diligence on the product, at least. So for whatever product you are signing up, please do a due diligence on your own, because it will be your responsibility, not the company's responsibility if something goes wrong. And at least research on the facts of the product before endorsing, before advertising, for the sole purpose of authenticity, and always keep the best interest of the public, because this the law mandates. And if you are a social media influencer, if you have entered an agreement, it is your obligation that you have conducted this kind of research, that the product is genuine, authentic, and then only you have entered into this agreement, number one. And number two, from the previous slide, always write that it is a paid promotion. All right. Okay, so now they're already into and the next is the code for self-regulation of advertising. This is one code, the Advertising Standard Council of India. They also consider it as one of their best fair practices. The code influences a series of rules and regulations that help maintain the advertisement of the advertisement concern. That is, it is the ASCI is also in the process of framing disclosure rules. Okay, this was the last slide, and I will just share. And I will just now share that I will share some aspects of a simple agreement. Can you see my desktop?
Yes, yes, we can.
You can? Oh, great. Thank you for confirming. For now, you cannot. Yeah, so just take a look at this. Always get the basic content of the agreement. So now, so those were less.
आपकी पुरानी वाली स्लाइड है, नई स्लाइड नहीं आई है.
नहीं आई है. Okay.
नहीं आई है, पुराने वाली ही है.
Okay. Wait. I think I'll have to go to share once again. Let me see. Share. Okay. Thanks. Has it stopped sharing now? Okay.
अब आपने इसका हमारा ही स्क्रीन शेयर कर दिया.
Stop sharing. I'll just stop sharing. Wait. Yeah. Now it's over.
Now we can see you. Screen नहीं आ रहा है, but we can see you.
Okay, so now those were the three main legislations that you always keep in mind while you are signing up a social media agreement. Now there are certain basic things of any contract that I will tell you that should be kept in mind, and especially with social media agreements. So just 5-6 points I will tell you. So first is always get the basic content of the agreement, who are the parties, description of the parties, where the agreement has taken place, because that will decide the territorial jurisdiction of any dispute that will arise. All right. Duration of the agreement is very important, whether it is for few months or few years. Specify the content the advertiser expects to promote. Okay, so frame out the guide, the what will be the framework of the advertisement that the advertiser wants you to promote. Mention all the channels of publishing content. This is very important. Whether it is Twitter or YouTube or Facebook, mention all the details regarding what will be the channels of publishing content, who will have the content rights, and who will do the content writing, as well as who will have the content right. Because copyright, is generally with lies with the creator. But in an agreement, we can fix it. We can determine that which of the party will have the copyright. Copyright is very important because it is an intellectual property right and it has a lot of value. So please keep this in mind that content right, who owns the content right is very important. Timeline and deadlines should be mentioned because social media is something which is, it is 24 hours on job also, and they are very particular about it, right? So timeline and deadline, mention it clearly, mention the grounds for termination, mention hashtags if required, and payment clause, whether advance or post, or whether it will be on a partial basis. Confidentiality clause is very important because these things should not be disclosed to other parties. And dispute resolution clause is very important, that whether you'll be taking it through arbitration, even in arbitration, whether it will be an institutional arbitration or sole arbitrator, keep that in mind. Before, in fact, the agreement, always remember to proceed with a non-disclosure agreement. There are many cases in which clients come to us that, I had just shared with the advertiser this idea, and now he is using my idea and has signed up someone else. So before you discuss any idea, your followers, what value, what worth, what is the worth of your advertising. So make sure that you have them sign a non-disclosure agreement before, and then discuss with them. Whether you sign up a social media agreement later on or not is a different thing altogether. But a non-disclosure agreement at the outset is very important. Thank you so much. You can stop now.